Indian economy continues to attract major global investment despite India-US trade deal tensions. Even after Donald Trump's trade threat against India, US-based tech giant Google is all set to push for a massive $6 billion investment in the southern Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. Reports suggest this will be Google's largest data center outside America and certainly the largest in Asia. Indian government sources have revealed that Google will be leading $6 billion investment to develop 1 gigawatt data center and its power infrastructure in Andhra Pradesh. It looks like India-US business ties are booming despite temporary diplomatic hiccups. In what can be called Google's biggest investment in Asia, the plan will include nearly $2 billion investment in renewable energy capacity that will be used to power the facility located in the port city of Visakhapatnam. Reflecting Google's global push towards sustainable infrastructure, the high-capacity data center will be powered by clean energy sources. Pointing out the strategic importance of the project, sources familiar with the matter stated, "This will be Google's first and largest investment of its kind in India so far." It seems Trump's tariff threats have failed to impact India's economic rise. The data center, once operational, will join the league of hyperscale facilities, massive server farms like those operated by Google, Amazon, and Microsoft that support everything from cloud computing to AI applications. The Power Initiative is part of a multi-billion-dollar expansion of Google's data center portfolio across the region in countries including Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand. While there have been no official confirmation by Alphabet, Google's parent company, nor the Andhra Pradesh government as the investment will be officially announced only in October. As trade tariff headwinds hit the globe, Google had already pledged its commitment to investing $75 billion in global data center expansion this year. On the other hand, Andhra Pradesh's Minister for IT, Electronics and Education, Nara Lokesh, has been pushing for the state's data center infrastructure. He recently announced that Andhra Pradesh has already finalized investment for data centers totaling 1.6 gigawatt and aim to build an ambitious 6 gigawatt of data center capacity over the next 5 years from its current near zero base. India released a measured response in contrast to Trump's trade rant on the 30th of July. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry pointed out that India remains committed to negotiating a fair bilateral trade agreement with the United States. It added, quote, "India and the US have been engaged in negotiations on concluding a fair, balanced and mutually beneficial bilateral trade agreement over the last few months. The government will take all steps necessary to secure our national interest." Sources revealed to Bloomberg the government is keen to keep bilateral trade talks on track and is exploring ways to increase purchases from its largest trading partner. As per latest reports, in order to narrow trade surplus with the states, India is considering ramping up its natural gas purchases from the US and increase imports of communication equipment and gold. Google's investment in India comes at a time when India-US ties have hit a road bump. However, US tech firms continue to bet big on India. Trump's latest 25% reciprocal tariffs on India has exempted Apple's iPhone exports to the United States as it could make locally assembled iPhones globally pricey. Apple has revamped its production in India over the past 4 years as it tries to diversify away from China in the aftermath of harsh coronavirus restrictions, supply chain issues, and trade tensions with the US. India has risen to produce 15% of global iPhone production, which Apple now wishes to expand further along with Foxconn, Tata Electronics, and Pegatron India roped in. In order to avoid steep tariffs levied by Trump administration on China that are now paused, Apple wishes to further boost production in India. So much so that Apple has plans to make the majority of US-bound iPhones in factories located in India by the end of 2026. In the 12 months ending March 2025, 1 in 5 Apple iPhones were made in India, accounting for $22 billion in revenue. That was a 60% increase compared to just the previous year. Elon Musk-owned Starlink has also received a license to launch satellite services in India meant to target rural and remote regions. The satellite communication services provided by Starlink promise high-speed internet via low Earth orbit satellites. Starlink's Gen 1 low Earth orbit satellite constellation, which comprises 4,408 satellites, is capable of delivering 600 Gbps throughout India. Meanwhile, Tesla is also rapidly expanding in India and is currently looking to open its second showroom in New Delhi after launching its flagship store in Mumbai's Bandra Kurla complex earlier last month. Tesla has had its eye on India for a while, and now it appears to have stepped up efforts to launch locally. The showroom in Mumbai began accepting Model Y orders on the 15th of July, with deliveries slated to begin in late August or early Q3 2025, marking the US electric car maker's first official foray into India. The US car maker is now hunting for a showroom space in the Aero City area near New Delhi's International Airport for a showroom spanning 5,000 square feet, according to a report by Reuters. However, Tesla has no manufacturing operations in India yet, even though the Indian government is pushing for the company to establish a factory. Major inroads into India by Google, Tesla, Apple and Starlink just show that India-US trade and economic ties remain robust as the world's two largest democracies which believe in fair play and world order. It remains to be seen if, under the leadership of Modi and Trump, India-US diplomatic ties can also get back on track. But what do you think? Why are American companies betting big on India despite Donald Trump's tariff threats? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.